everyone, this is Victoria and you're watching Tales of Insanity. Today I want to raise an interesting topic that might be important for a lot of you is Instagram addiction that I used to have, and the fact that I am no longer addicted to Instagram and the 6 months I spent without it and the advantages that it brought to my life. I want to share how I became addicted to the platform and why this happened, because it didn't happen just like that. When Instagram had first appeared, I simply used it as a public photo album, virtual photo album to share pictures of my life with my family and my closest friends. Back then there were no stories, no reels, no other beautifying features of Instagram that are so popular right now. Then back in 2017, I accidentally bumped into a profile with loads of beautiful pictures of books and short book reviews. It was a Russian Instagram, Russian blog. And I realized that it's awesome. It means that you can share meaningful content on this platform. And since I was an avid book lover, always, I decided that I want to have such a book blog there myself. So by the end of 2017, I registered another account for my book blog, started taking pictures of books, writing short reviews there. And I think around that time, the stories first started appearing and people started sharing their lives in more detail than before, and also watching other people's lives. And so the Instagram we come to know now began developing back in 2017. Anyway, I do not want to bore you with all these historical details right now. So long story short, I got rid of writing only about books and tried to make my blog into something more lifestyle, to discuss interesting and important topics there with people. But users of Instagram became lazier, and now it was a platform for mostly scrolling through other people's lives, checking out photos or some kind of entertaining, funny content, or maybe watching beautiful videos of nature and stuff like that. Also, algorithms on Instagram became worse and worse every day. It was almost impossible to find any kind of audience at all without spending money on advertising. So at some point I just got tired of all that and decided to stop being a blogger on Instagram and just share some of my pictures when I feel like, share my thoughts when I feel like it. I spent weeks detoxing from Instagram and not posting anything and not watching anything, but then I came back and continued watching other people's lives. So it went on and on and on. Anyway, after several Insta detoxes, I decided that I have to quit, because after these detoxes, I actually felt better, but only for a short while. And then I started feeling bad being on Instagram again. So I decided to quit, and I'm saying it lightly right now, but it wasn't a light decision. It was a very difficult decision for me after all these years that I spent there and all the time that I invested into this platform. And also because of my fear of missing out, because I thought that everything interesting is happening only on Instagram. I will not know anything about anyone anymore if I quit. And all these thoughts were scaring me actually. But still, I made this decision, and I can say that it was one of the best decisions I've made in my life. So now it's been almost 6 months without Instagram, and I'm ready to share these 5 main points that became really better without this platform in my life. And maybe if you're still considering whether to quit or not to quit, this video will help you decide. Okay, so the first thing is time. And time is the most valuable thing in the world. It's a cliche, I know, but it's the truth as well. Of course, apart from Instagram, there are a lot of other platforms, other social media that can kind of suck you in, but Instagram is the worst because you're actually watching people's lives there. And this is, for many people, one of the most addictive things. And these bubbles in the stories are the worst, when you see that like there's a new bubble and something has happened to your friend or some celebrity that you're watching or some blogger, and you just have to see what's there in case it's something really important for you. And this makes you actually open Instagram and check it all the time, and also the time you spend sharing something yourself, because you have to beautify these stories, you have to think about what to post, when to post. So there's a lot of time there that you're investing in this platform and that you can use for something else. I mean, even when you're watching YouTube, you're controlling the time that you're gonna spend here, because you see that, okay, this video is like 15 minutes long, I can spend this time, and you're sitting down and watching it. It's not like you're gonna endlessly watch the videos 24/7, but Instagram does that to you. The second very important thing is mental health, and Instagram is the worst when it comes to this question, because on Instagram everyone is trying to be perfect. Perfect pictures, perfect appearance, all these special masks that you can use, all these special filters, and it's not only about the appearance, it's about the productivity that you're showing, that you're working all the time, that you're doing some interesting projects, that you're traveling, that you're going there, that you're going elsewhere, that you have many friends, that you have a perfect family. You don't show your problems there. You don't show something bad. You don't show how bad you look in the morning, for example, if you do, of course, and if you feel like you look bad. And when you are the person that is watching all these perfect lives, you start feeling miserable and not good enough. You start feeling that you need to be more productive as well, that you're lying on the sofa for too long, or that you don't look good enough without makeup. And there are endless points here, but the main point is that when you don't see this fake perfect life in front of you all the time, it makes you feel better and more realistic about your own life. Also, you know, when we are watching all these perfect people, we forget that they're only showing us like some percentage of their time, and we have no idea what they're doing with the rest of their time. Maybe they feel miserable, maybe they are sitting dirty all day on the sofa when they're not showing us. So yeah, I believe that life without Instagram will definitely improve your mental health, because it did improve mine. Point number 3 is closeness to people I care about and the people that care about me, especially my friends and family. The thing is that we're so used to all these stories on Instagram that we forget to actually check on people without it. So what happens is we see that the person is posting something and we just assume that if he's posting that everything's fine. He's drinking coffee somewhere, or he's just walking around somewhere reading a book. He's fine. We just assume it. We don't even ask anymore. And that is really horrible, because we lose this closeness to people, the opportunity to become closer to them, to find out how they're actually doing, to support them if they're feeling bad, because they might not have wanted to post that they're feeling bad today on a large audience, but they still want to be supported. So after I quit Instagram, I started communicating with my friends more. I started thinking about them more, and I feel that it is mutual, that I receive more direct messages or calls even from my friends to find out how am I. We actually even started meeting more often, I think, and the connection is really closer. So yeah, I really advise it if you want to become close with your friends again, because social media can really make you feel lonely even though you have loads of friends over there. Number 4 might sound a bit funny and strange, but it's getting rid of a stories mindset. What I mean is, when I went out somewhere, or even when I was at home, I used to look at things through the stories prism, and I couldn't really enjoy the moment. I was always thinking at the back of my mind that this would look perfect in the stories, or this would make a good video, or this would make a good picture. People will like this, people will send reactions, etc., etc. So I wasn't actually in the moment. I was thinking about how good it will look later in the video. So I was thinking about creating a memory that I actually never had. So it sounds really sad. Number 5 is actually the funniest of all, but it's actually a thing. More space on your devices, or on your phone, or wherever you're making content for your Instagram. You no longer have to make 55 versions of the same photo or of your selfie. You can just make a few for yourself. Because when you're an Insta blogger, you have to make 1,000 versions of photos and then select from them. And in a few days, your phone or your device is just full of photos of the same thing. So these were the main things that I wanted to tell about that really improved in my life after I quit Instagram. And some people ask me whether I miss being on Instagram or having Instagram on my phone. And the honest answer is actually yes, of course I do miss some of the Instagram things. Especially I miss watching other people's lives because, you know, we're all stalkers somewhere inside and we're all interested in how people live and what they're sharing online. And the other thing I miss is sharing some pictures that I make and I find beautiful, but in these cases I just send them to my mom or share them with my friends and messengers and we start a conversation. So after that I don't miss posting it online because I actually shared it with someone and we have discussed it. So yeah, as you can see, there actually is life without Instagram. It's pretty awesome. I regret nothing and I would really love to read about your experience with Instagram. Maybe you have deleted your account as well, or maybe you're planning to, or maybe you don't feel like you need to and everything's fine. You have no Insta addiction whatsoever. Lucky person. So yeah, it would be really interesting to read about that in the comments. And of course, if you like this video and like maybe some other videos you've checked out on my channel, don't forget to subscribe. That way you don't miss other videos that I will post later. I'm trying to be regular in posting. Yeah, and see you in my next videos. Take care, love yourself, and bye!